What if Barack Obama decided not to run for president? What if the UK decided not to leave the EU? What if the world's scientific community didn't decide to share its information? Where would the world be today? Hi guys, it's JT here, and today I've got another fantastic episode in the series of effective leadership principles for the younger generation. But also remember, I'm not just talking about the younger generation, I'm going to cover the older generation too, and touch on a bit of a myth and perhaps provide some guidance on how you can improve as a leader for the younger generation, as an older generation, more seasoned leader. So who exactly am I? I'm somebody, if you've not watched any of my videos before, my aim is to bring leadership, the leadership principles, most of them which I've covered in my book here, Managers Are Not Leaders, but I'm not going to go through the book. It's about bringing the leadership principles to your life so that I can have a positive impact in your life. That is it. My aim is to have a positive impact in your life by sharing these leadership principles. Because when you apply these principles, you will see exponential growth, not just in your leadership journey, but also in your life. So exactly what is this video about? This one is effective leadership principles for the younger generation, focusing on the principle of decision making. Right? So for me, especially when I was younger, so as I record this video for you now, I'm 28 years old. I'm considered probably slightly more seasoned in terms of leadership. I've been doing this for over 10 years now. I've been on my leadership journey for over 10 years. But the lessons don't just come from the last 2, 3, 4 years. They've come through life experience, as well as all the leadership aspects and challenges I faced over the years. In my industry, which is construction, I'm considered quite young for the age group, quite young for the position that I'm in. And I factored that down to this is probably one of the most important parts, which was my ability to make decisions from an early age. And I felt that that ability to make decisions and effective decisions based on the right principles, which I'm going to share with you because this is also fantastic. So stick around for this because I'm going to share with you an absolutely fantastic way, probably the best way to make effective decisions. Right? It's a 4-step process. You're going to want to stay for that. Whether you're younger or older generation, you're going to stay for that. Right? So as I was saying, I'm considered quite young, and I put that mainly down to my effective decision making. That's seen me see exponential growth in my career, as well as see huge development on my leadership journey, as well as being able to influence others. Influence, and I may have said this in some of the other videos, is the currency of leadership. Decision making and effective decision making allows you to build trust with somebody, which leads to influence. I mean, that's pretty awesome. If you can make great decisions from an early age or early position on your leadership journey, you will be able to make exponential growth and you'll see yourself shoot up the leadership ladder. I mean, that's a powerful principle to understand and apply it. Right, so what exactly is this gem? What is this 4-step process? I'm not going to share that with you right yet because I want you to stay for the end of the video. The most important message to take away for the younger generation here is not to shy away from decision making. I've seen this happen quite a lot, and it's quite frustrating sometimes. If you're looking for somebody to make a decision, and this may not be just from somebody from the younger generation, sometimes you're looking to your more seniors to make a decision, and quite frankly, they don't. They freeze. You might have heard of fight or flight. So some people just go full at it. Yeah, just go do this, but not really making a well-informed decision or an effective decision. Some people just freeze, not make one at all. And some people just coast through it. So the flight thing where they're like, yeah, I can do this, not a problem. However, they're not evaluating all the aspects to make that decision. So you may have experienced this now, or if you haven't, you definitely will in the future. Effective decision making is one of the most important aspects of a leader. And being able to apply that early on, you will see exponential growth on your leadership journey, as well as exponential growth in your ability to influence others. So guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, please hit the like button, share it, subscribe, but most importantly, leave a comment below. If you're enjoying it, let me know so I know that this is the type of stuff that you like. If you want to hear something different from me, you have a challenge. Like I said, is my message is bringing the leadership principles to your life to have a positive impact. So if you've got a challenge that I can take on and share a video, let me know. I will definitely respond to you, because that's what it's about. I will respond to you and I will do another video on that. Also, if you're interested further on the principles, it's all in my book, Managers Are Not Leaders. It's available on Amazon. It costs about £7-8 for the ebook in the UK, or if you're in the US, it's about $10. So it's not that expensive. It's quite reasonable for a personal development book that's going to give you huge value. Right, now I'm going to move on to the older generation, or the more seasoned leaders. Something that I've often experienced, and I said I'm slightly more considered a bit more seasoned now because I'm actually leading a younger generation of team. So on both sides of the coin, right? That's why I want to talk about both sides of the coin. Part of this is often we look at the younger generation and they have an inability to make a decision. This can be quite frustrating. And being honest, it's the older generation's fault. It's our fault, because we haven't allowed the younger generation the scope or the opportunity to develop their leadership making ability, their decision making ability, right? For example, if you've tasked one of the younger generation as a more seasoned leader, so this is someone that you're leading to go and do something. This could be anything. Let's call it build a table. Keep it simple, right? And there is you got a table like that, and there's one piece coming across it. It doesn't look very nice. You don't care either way. You just want a table that works, that you can put in the office, that someone can put their laptop on and sit at, and it has to be of a certain height. You don't really care about anything else. You don't care about this extra piece of wood sticking out of it. However, they come to you, the younger generation comes to you to ask you for direction. The first thing you do is you say, do this, do this, do this, and that's it, and you move on, and that's it. Go away, don't come back until it's done. The younger generation aspiring leader hasn't made that decision. You've made that decision. Now consider this. If they came to you to ask you that question, but you responded in this manner, and you said these type of phrases, what do you think? How would you solve this problem? What action or decision would you make? Right? Now that's entirely different. That's the difference between directing somebody and guiding somebody. When you guide somebody, you give them the opportunity to develop, to make that decision, to become better at decision making. So that is the key message to take away. In particular, as an older generation, more seasoned leader, is that if you want the younger generation to become better decision makers early, guide them, don't direct them where possible, as much as you physically can. There's sometimes, yes, you have to just direct somebody. Sometimes you're in crisis mode, but as much as physically possible, take that extra 10 seconds to ask them a few questions, and you will develop a stronger, more effective decision maker as an aspiring leader. And this will only benefit you, and it will benefit your company if they're working for your company. Right, now, to reward you for staying to the end of this video, I'm going to share with you a fantastic gem. This is probably one of the best ways to make effective decision making, covering 4 areas. Now this is what I learned quite early on in my leadership journey. And it allowed me to always make effective decisions. And also, if something went wrong, it allowed me to retrace my steps and always be able to explain how I got to that point. One, so I could improve, so I can make better decisions later on. And that is the purpose. That is leadership, right? That's the journey. It's continually getting better, a little bit every time. Developing 1% every day, whatever you want to call it. It's that constant personal growth and personal development. So what are the 4 steps? If you need to make an effective decision, you need to explore the 4 areas. 1 is you need to look at the information available. 2, you need to draw on the experience available. So this is your experience and also the experience of the people around you. 3, you need to focus on the probability of success. Remember, you cannot predict the future, but what you can estimate is the probability of success based on categories 1 and 2. And the last one, number 4, is your judgment. If you make a decision following those 4 steps, so remember, information available, experience available, probability of success, and judgment, you can be sure that you will be making an effective and what you believe is the right decision. That's a really powerful and important principle to understand early on, no matter what stage of your leadership journey you are. And if you want to understand more about that, that's in my book. And I just wanted to share that with you today because I said I want to bring you value. And to reward you for staying to the end of the video, those 4 areas are the areas you want to cover. That is an absolute gem. It has served me fantastically on my journey and I know it will help you. So guys, if you've loved this video, again, hit the like button, drop me a comment, let me know. And also, I want to keep sharing this content. I want to keep bringing you positive personal development, value and content. So hit the subscribe button so that as soon as a video comes out, you can watch it. And also, if you know that there's somebody in your team, a friend, a colleague, a family member that can benefit from this video or my channel. So my channel, PM Growth, if there's anyone that can benefit from it, please share it with them because I would love to keep sharing this content. Thank you very much for listening. This is JT signing out.